We know that there's always this challenge for musicians to become discovered. It's hard for musicians to find their fans, and it's hard for fans to find their favorite artist. We wanted to build a platform and hooks where these two parties could find each other.
In the waiting room, I drift away. Let minutes divvy.
I'll introduce her, ain't about revenge, but damn it feel good to see you fall.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Suno YouTube channel. My name is Luke, and for a long time, Suno has been all about what your music sounds like. But today, we're gonna be exploring a new feature called Hooks, and it's all about what your music looks like. I am joined by Alice Ma, the product manager for Hooks. Alice, welcome to the channel.
Thanks, Luke. Thanks for having me.
So for everybody that is watching for the very first time that has never heard about Hooks, what exactly is Hooks?
Great, yeah, good question. So Hooks is a new way for you to bring your music to life. It's a new way for you to visualize your music by pairing a short video clip with your song. And Hooks itself also is a feed. So other people, other listeners, or other creators can also discover you in that feed.
All right, so why was it important for Suno, which is an audio-first platform, to create a feature that is fully dedicated towards video?
So we felt that it was important to have a video component because video and visuals in general have always gone hand in hand with music. And so having this visual component allows musicians to fully express themselves and fully express their song. We know that there's always this challenge for musicians to become discovered. It's hard for musicians to find their fans, and it's hard for fans to find their favorite artist. And so we built Hooks as a way to help these musicians and their fans find each other.
Can we talk about the decision behind the name Hooks? Hooks is typically the catchy part of a song, the chorus. What was the reasoning there?
If you're a musician, you're very familiar, or even if you're not a musician, you're familiar with this phrase, hook, which refers to the catchy, memorable part of the song. And we do find that today, a lot of people just discover music through finding hooks on other platforms.
Right.
And so we do feel it's important for musicians to have a way to showcase their hooks. So that was one reason. But the other reason is, more broadly speaking, like across content, a hook is something that captures your attention in the first few seconds.
Yeah.
And because we are now pairing video with it, we also thought it was important to have a name that reflected that element as well, where the video itself also captures your attention in the first couple seconds.
So what makes the Hooks feed different from other short form video feeds?
So at its core, the Hooks feed is meant to aid musicians and help them get discovered. It's meant to help them find a dedicated fan base. It's also designed for listeners to find new music and new artists that they love. And so I would say the differentiator for Hooks is that the feed is very focused on music. It's more so focused on music than the video itself. So for example, some of the decisions that we've made around the design, we have put music front and center on the screen. So we have a very easy way for you to enter into the full song. And once you open that up, you're able to remix and reuse those lyrics into your own song and create more. Even without tapping into the full song, from the video itself, from the hook itself, you can also remix that song. We do try to put music, both creation and listening, front and center.
So we've already seen some incredible artists on the platform. Who are some creators that people should expect to see and discover on Hooks?
Suno is very fortunate because we have so many talented people on the platform already. So on Hooks, viewers can expect to see some known artists, for example, Sam Sui and Kurt Hugo Schneider.
Yeah, I've seen them.
As well as some up-and-coming artists that have built their entire career on Suno, like I'm Oliver and Zania Monet, as well as just up-and-comers that maybe you've never heard of before, but are super talented and have a lot of exciting music to share.
And speaking of that, we actually have a quick interview with Luke Ferrell at the very end of this interview, an up-and-comer. Great content, stick around for that. So what are some best practices for creators that want their hooks to stand out and for them to get discovered on Suno?
Suno has a lot of creators already. It is a platform for creators, but for music creators. And music creation doesn't necessarily translate to being a great video creator.
That's right.
9:16 mobile video is always best practice. The second thing would be, if you are going to lip sync, make sure you practice it. And the third thing is really just be authentic. You're the musician, you know your own song, and so think about really like what is the visual that represents your song the most. But we did make the creation process very simple. So as long as you have a video, you have a song, you have a hook.
What is the long-term vision for Hooks? How do you see it evolving and becoming a core part of the Suno experience?
I would say both the long-term and short-term vision for Hooks is, as I mentioned earlier, to help musicians build a dedicated fan base and to help music lovers find their next favorite artist. And in terms of how I see Hooks evolving, I hope that over time, Hooks becomes a more core part of the Suno experience. Today, we have a lot of people coming onto the platform to create songs that they then share with other people, but they're not necessarily finding other people to collaborate with. But that would be the hope here for Hooks. When we were developing Hooks, it was important for us to partner closely with musicians in the existing Suno community. One of the standouts from that process was Luke Ferrell, and coming up is an interview with him and his experience with Hooks.
Hey, what's up? My name's Luke. I've been using Suno ever since February of 2024. Back then it was just like bare bones. Basically you said what you wanted and you got what you got. That was about it. I published 46 songs, which is actually on the lower end if you compare me to like other creators. And the truth is I've actually made over 2,000, but I'm a perfectionist. Before Hooks, I shared it with friends. So I'd be like, what's your favorite food? And they'd say banana. And then I would make a song out of bananas and then we'd all have a good laugh. What was missing from that experience was, community. Back then, you just saw a list of songs people made, but ever since Hooks came out, the music has a person behind it. So it really brought back the humanity in the songs and went from songs robots made to, songs humans made. My first impression on Hooks was great. I was like, this might be the next TikTok. And the reason is because if you look at TikTok and you look at other social media platforms, they all have one thing in common, and that is that trends are always associated with a sound. Suno has already got half of the playbook there, right? And so when you're adding this whole nother medium of visual to that sound, it just goes hand in hand and works real great. So I made this really cool fun video where like a music video of me with multiple of myself singing to a song I made as the camera is just like weaving and spinning around us, and it turned out really great and it was really fun. And so I think that's my most proud project yet. It's been way different ever since Hooks came out. Engagement has blown up, right? Like before Hooks I would get maybe a comment every month, right? Like I had a bunch of comments on a song I posted a year ago. Like that was it. That was all I got. And ever since Hooks, I've gotten 56 remixes. I get like 10 comments every day. Some of them from people that I've looked up to, like ever since I started using Suno, like the big leagues. And it's like, oh my goodness, he knows who I am. The first thing I do whenever I'm making a video for one of my hooks is think, what can I do to think outside the box, right? Can I take this trend and flip it on its head? And so that would be my advice. Think outside the box and go for it. Just post something and have fun. Thanks, Suno, for having me. I had fun answering all your questions, and I will see you guys later. I don't know.
Hooks is a new product, so leave us your feedback in the comments below and we'll check those out.
All right, well, Alice, thank you so much for breaking this all down. I can't wait to see what people make with it.
Thanks for having me.
All right, everybody, go check out the feed, get inspired, and go make some hooks. And also make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel here. We have a lot of new content coming out soon. But until next time, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
In the waiting room, I drift away. Let minutes give you.
I'll introduce her, ain't about revenge, but then